Hey guys, and welcome to the latest in the SleepyTalk podcast. Today I'm joined with a very special guest, just a guest, Ryan, and also that guy, Steve.
Hello.
Do you like what I
Wait,
did there?
no, I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all, mate. No, not at all.
So you
But-
can check out Steve's vape juice on that guy with Steve.
I mean, you know what? If this is gonna happen, I can vape now, can't I?
Yeah,
Speaking of
do what
that,
you want.
because it's on camera, so it's not going to be like a weird noise. So
Plug yourself. So
no, I mean I can actually vape like without having to mute the mic. Isn't that right?
I'm trying to find one of your bottles. Dreads mango.
As if you haven't got it around. I don't think it's a podcast.
It
gone
was
where you guys
banging in
haven't
front of me.
mentioned it.
Yeah, as if I didn't have it around. It's not like it was a prop ready for this moment, right in front of the screen. You know.
Wow.
So today, as you can see, I'm in my hoodie because it's very cold down here. It's got a giant hood. I don't know what Ryan's wearing because I can't actually see him, but I've heard he's got a kimono on.
I got my chest out, mate. What are you saying?
You get your chest
My
out.
chest out for the viewers, mate. What are you saying? My almost freshly shaven chest, mate. Because I'm in my Sasuke today. What you saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
You don't even know what that
so
means.
everyone can see your pigeon chest.
My pigeon chest, bruv. If only you knew. If only you knew. Yeah, you'll see when you get the footage.
He's got like 9 nipples.
No. just one less than the amount of lights and cameras that are on me right now.
Oh.
I set it up, mate. You'll see. It's all spooky, like lighting.
Is
and
it?
everything. Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool. I tried to do mine, but because I've got a software green screen on, it was cutting off half my body, so I was just like a floating head with one arm.
I need to get there.
That'd be even better. You should have done that.
Yeah.
That is spooky wooky.
Yeah,
Just
saying that is, but yeah.
Right, okay, I'm doing it. 2 minutes.
Get it done. Get it done.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. It's not actually done it now. It's kept me in.
Oh.
Ah.
So what? Do you actually have a green screen, or is it just a?
No, it's software green screen.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of cutting me out now. But anyway, we'll get right into it because someone was late, Stephen. So anyway, we're going to do some spooky questions.
Ooh.
Oh.
Question 1. If you were given the death penalty, what would your last meal be? Stephen.
Broccoli. Sorry.
Broccoli.
Done.
Go on, Ryan.
Stephen.
Ryan started. Go on, Ryan.
Literally broccoli and potatoes. Like that's it. Just done.
Really?
Lightly seasoned. Done. Finish. Yeah, man.
Medium rare steak, chips, egg, peas.
Do you know what? Like, I proper love is Frankie and Benny's double bacon cheeseburgers
Never had one.
and their fries. Have you not?
No.
Missing out, man. You're
Double
missing
bacon
out.
cheeseburgers are hard to get wrong, man.
Well, when
Regardless
when
of
we're
where
out of
I'm from.
lockdown, you'll have to take me back. You have to take me back, Luke.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Have you seen those prices?
That's why you're taking me.
No. I'll take Ryan because he won't eat it.
Nah, they got vegan options though, bro. I'll have one of them.
Like, no bacon.
No bacon. Food is fuel. It doesn't need to, like, particularly be made of anything other than what's most nutritious, the way I see it. So, yeah.
I enjoy food though.
Yeah,
It's not
no.
fuel for me. It's it's like vaping. You don't get anything from it, do you? Really?
There's
No,
it's an
it's
issue.
just the taste.
It's actually an
Exactly.
issue in my relationship. She's a proper foodie. Oh, look at this. Try this. I'm like, oh, well, cool. How long's it going to keep me alive for? it's the most important thing that matters to me. But yeah. That's back to the spooky questions. What was the next one?
What's Luke's answer?
What do you want?
Oh, yeah.
I've just
Frankie
said.
Bennett's,
Double
yeah, it's
cheeseburger,
fine.
man.
Yeah, it's fine. I realised.
It's
I realised after I said it, don't I?
it's the longest interlude from an answer. And you're like, oh, what did you say? Oh, I don't know.
Half
What do
asleep,
you
mate.
want, Ed? Can I finish now, Steve?
Yeah, go.
Thank you. Blooming hell, you don't talk for like 12 podcasts and I won't shut up.
I was going to say something, but, I don't want to
Go on,
I
just
don't want to
say
spook him.
it. Just do it. Do it.
Ooh, there you go. I can't do this spook noise like you can. Asbestos. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. What do you want etched onto your tombstone?
Ooh.
I know what Ryan's will be. I'm just a guy that comes and talks, isn't it?
Not even that, bro. Don't. My whole end game scenario is kind of depressing.
That guy with deads.
It's not even that. I'm gonna have to make something to have up on my headstone. I wouldn't have one in my ideal sort of death scenario.
No, I wouldn't either.
And I'm not into the whole formal. Like, obviously, whatever happens after you die happens, and you can't decide like what happens to your body really. But yeah, it's just too tied up with politics and tradition and rituals and weird sort of behavior. So I'm not really in it.
Oh,
Secret
I'd have something
societies.
funny. Probably
Yeah.
so loud.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't want the Illuminati to know that I'm dead, so I won't
That
have a
actually
gravestone.
killed me. That actually killed my ears. I'd probably have something funny, like he died doing what he loved, like snorting cocaine out of a hooker's arsehole or something
No,
like
but are
that.
you allowed to though? Because I've never seen any record of anybody with anything interesting or out there like that on a gravestone, which would lead me to believe there's some sort of rule to say you're not allowed.
I don't know. I suppose if you create your own gravestone and then just pay someone a lot of money to put it in.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
down to
it's
down to
down-
wherever you're
Yeah.
buried, innit? They probably
Yeah,
get
just-
final say on whether it's allowed.
Buy a plot of land and just bury yourself.
Oh, that seems like a lot of stress, man.
You're dead.
Just
You're not
get
gonna be
buried in
stressing
woods.
it.
Just get buried in woods.
Hmm. Yeah, and have foxes nibbling on your toes.
If I had to have one, it'd have, I don't know, some sort of LEDs in it, like sort of
Oh,
in there with
strip
the
club.
marble. Yeah, solar power charged and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you remember them flowers that like in the 90s, them sunflowers with the sunglasses that would wiggle in the pot? I can actually like do the wiggling and not feel like I'm just sat in my room doing wiggling for no reason, like when I'm doing actions when I'm talking now, because it's a camera there. Yeah,
I keep forgetting it's there.
Yeah. And I look, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not just a weirdo doing this in my chair for no reason. Yeah, don't remember the rocking sunflower things that used to jam. I'd have a
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
bunch
I
of them.
remember.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have a row of them on
Yeah.
the top of it. Probably
Didn't
something.
they remake them for Groot?
I have no idea.
I think so.
Because if they didn't, that's like a $1 million idea right there. Just make a rocking Groot. But no, I know exactly what you mean. You'd have that on top of your gravestone.
Yeah, some sort of technology that would endlessly transmit something via Bluetooth. So like you come near the gravestone, it'll pop up like, do you want to accept this file? And then I don't know, it's just a link to my liquid.
Don't tell Kyle
Basic shop
this.
website or something.
Yeah.
Don't tell this to
Just have-
Kyle. Jesus Christ.
No, just have like motion sensors, so every time they walk past, there's just a ghostly Dreads Mango.
Yeah, man. You really like that Dreads Mango, don't you?
I need to try it.
Have I still not sent you any?
He
No.
even came to the shop for something, and you still didn't
Jeez,
give him
my
a
bad.
sample.
My bad. Just say innit. Like, just say I'll give you some. It's fine.
I'm
next
missing an
episode.
arm again.
I'll come down, man.
There we go.
Yeah, man. I'll get it ready for collection because we're click and collect only at the moment. COVID and all that.
COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't forget. the
Right,
COVIDs.
okay. With tangenting. Even with webcams, we're tangenting. Okay, so if you were to commit a murder, how would you go about it?
Steve, you go
Now-
first.
It depends on who. If it's a
Okay,
specific,
yeah.
if it's a specific person I get to choose, then the most painful death you could ever imagine, it'd be pure torture.
Is that Kyle?
No, no names.
Right, okay. Kyle. So I'll give you a scenario. You see somebody attacking your other half, and it's a male.
And a
Yes,
You
male.
see them attacking your other half.
Top half or bottom half?
How do you
All
mean?
halves.
All they're just attacking them. You can make up however you want how they're attacking them. But you see your other half being attacked by a male?
You
How would you?
Knocked down to the floor and stomping on their head.
I would just stab them. Like, what's the scenario? Am I at home? Am I, you know what I mean? Like,
You make that part up.
okay,
Like-
cool. Then it's easily done. They are standing in the kitchen next to the knife drawer, attacking my partner. So I just walk in, take a knife out the knife drawer, and just stab them. There's no drama. There's no stress. It's just easily done. Nice workflow to it. Everything's.
Do you twist
ideal.
them, pull out, or do you just leave it in?
Oh, I repeatedly stab. I'm one of them like
Oh,
prison
okay.
strikers, if you call
You
it
like
that.
it? Yeah. You're a shanker.
Yeah, man, that's me.
You know.
Yeah. Saying all sorts
Yeah.
of crap while I'm doing it. Get some, yeah. Enjoying it
I
too
think
much.
I think if it was that scenario and like I was going to kill that person,
Mm.
it does count as murder because you do intend to kill them in that moment.
Mm.
As much as you'd probably get away with it if your partner's being attacked, you could justify it in court. You probably wouldn't if you stabbed them 300 times, but you know, we move, we'll allow it. I think there's something about thumbs in the eyes for me.
Oh, you want to go
There's
gruesome
something
with it? Oh,
yeah, there's something.
Right, okay. All that
There's
stuff. I
something
like that
poetic about it.
lifting fingernails and all that stuff. If you want to go dark and all of that stuff.
No,
the
it's
bamboo
just,
shoots and the rest of it.
Yeah, it's just if somebody was hurting like
Yeah.
Ellis, and I came upon that. I
You
definitely
got some weird kinks, ain't you?
Yeah. Wow. No, if I happened upon that, I'd definitely like think thumbs. in
It's
the
just
eyes.
if it's a real life
Just-
scenario like that, then it's
Yeah.
obviously quickest, whichever way's gonna work quickest, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, and that obviously
Completely
snapping the neck could be
circumstantial,
the quickest, but people, I think movies kind of tell people how to snap necks wrong because they always go to the side, but you have to.
Movies tell people how to attack people wrong
Yeah.
in every way, like even
Yeah.
shooting and stuff. You know what I mean? It doesn't get much more simpler than just like shooting somebody really in reality. But once you've got the whole concept of how to shoot a gun from the movies in your head, doing it in reality seems a whole lot more complex.
Oh yeah, and it's not as easy either. It's like the kickback that you get from even the smallest guns
Yeah.
is. But no, thumbs in the eyes, and I would keep pressing. I would keep pressure and keep going as far as I could, so that they'd have immense pain.
You're probably better
Up
off
until the
doing that
point
in the
where they
neck,
die.
like in the
No.
where's that? You know the bit where your collarbone dips in the middle?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
right in there, bro. If you want to like,
There's just
start
something about the
punching.
eyes. I don't know. I just think if I can blind them,
And my
Well,
brother's,
that's
That's one of them.
brother's-
If they survive it, they're blind for
yeah,
life.
they're exactly.
no, my
And
bro-
they will have gone through so much pain because the nerves that would be going off there.
My brother told
Maybe
me
I
about
just
this
need to get
technique they
checked.
teach him in the Marines, where close quarters combat when you're trained to be a Marine is like last case because you're supposed to have killed them off before they get anywhere near you.
Yeah.
And they're like, this teacher apparently you just like plunge your hands like down behind the collarbone and just pull just down. It just obviously it's just going to take them down, but it gives you full control of their body to then just handle them how you want. You just grab hold of their
Yeah.
collarbone. So I'm like, how do they actually teach you to do that stuff? Like, where's the practical side of that done? Like, really?
So come here, private. I'll show you.
I'm like, that sounds like some too much kind of movie stuff. Can you just dive your hand down it? But then again, these people are like verging on or the closest we have to like superhumans in it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
definitely.
maybe they can just do that.
Okay. Well, we'll move on. The next one's pretty boring. Have you ever said Bloody Mary in front of a mirror? I'll answer for all of you. Yes.
No.
I don't.
Have
I
you
can't,
not?
I can't recall. I
No.
did the boogeyman, but I don't think no Bloody Mary on it. I went to
I
like
think-
very religious schools, until later teens.
I was a very
even-
scaredy cat when I was younger. I wouldn't
Yeah.
dare do anything. Everything scared
When
me.
he was younger.
That's that
When
bad
he was
juju, man.
younger.
You don't mess with that juju.
If there's a chance is someone going to kill you out of a mirror, not a chance I would do it.
Is that what
Nah.
happens? Like the boogeyman is the one that it's like the horror film guy that comes to life, isn't it?
Yeah, it's practically the same concept, Bloody Mary and Boogeyman.
I don't know why.
Same
Bloody Mary, I
concept.
thought had some sort of like religious context to it. No.
It wasn't it meant to be a woman that lost her kids, and then
I don't know.
if you say her name 3 times in the mirror with the light off, then she'll appear and snatch you away. something like that. But either way, yes, I have done it. No, nothing happened. So there we
You
go.
weren't snatched away by an overly paternal
Or maybe I was.
woman.
Maybe I was.
Maybe
I mean,
that's
a
why
woman's
bad
lost
stuff
3
happened to you.
kids and she's gonna come and
Yeah.
get you. She sounds like all she's gonna do is just try to feed you up very well. Like she's gonna
then
be
eat
quite
you.
sad. Why is she gonna eat us? Does she eat her
Because she
kids?
feeds you up very well, you know.
Oh.
So it's kind of like a witch.
Or
No, like,
a
Oh,
partner,
yeah, yeah.
I don't know, or a mother,
Hansel
or
and Gretel. Yeah,
most
feed you
female
up very
roles.
well. Yeah. It's like Hansel and Gretel, you know. You just
Yeah.
she comes
Okay.
out of her mirror, she gives you loads of candy, and then she eats you.
The
Nice.
diabetes witch.
Yes. She needs her goddamn insulin.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, would you spend a full night inside of a haunted house if somebody paid you? I'd do it for free.
I'd do it if somebody paid me, no qualms.
I'd do it for free as well.
Yeah, it's
And
circumstantial.
we're gonna do it for free. Let's be
Just-
fair.
That's why I said it.
Yeah.
I've got no choice, have I?
I plug your mango all the time, Ryan. That's payment enough.
Nah, that's not payment. I counter plug it. Like, you know what I mean? I have to balance. I'm trying to counter plug it here, so you can't earn favors like that. I don't need you for that. I know how to use Photoshop and Facebook. I'm good. Yeah.
Mango.
I keep
You can't
forgetting to
stop me.
mention these on my videos and that. To be honest with you, like you pop up.
I
and
even
I'm
shouted
just-
you out on the last one as well.
Yeah, I know. I was there. I
Like with
wasn't there,
James.
but I listened.
No, with
so,
James. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys went fully on that one, didn't you? I was like, even me, I was like, I think I might need to go try some of this Jed's mango now. These guys seem to really like it.
Titillating.
Yeah.
Ooh,
But,
Titillating.
yeah, I'm gonna have to, innit? Like, because, like, you know, it's the sleepy talk thing. But I wouldn't normally. It's not something that I would just have decided, you know. And if anybody
Yeah,
asked
but-
me other than you, like, I probably wouldn't do it. But I think you've earned the favor by now, so I'm gonna do it. But otherwise, I'd be like, well, okay, enjoy that.
Well, you may enjoy it, even if it weren't with us.
It's the nicest thing he's ever said to me.
What? You've earned a favor.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
cool.
probably- to be fair, it is the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
You don't
That's-
sound
that's
bitter
the level.
about that at all, mate.
I'm not. I've just been posing up to the camera pretending to cry. But yeah, no, I think we'll have fun. I think, you know what, we'll have a group of us, so it's a bit like Among Us. You know, you've got a chance of being the one that gets got. But with more people joining, like, there's less chance it's you. So,
Yeah. I mean, I'm down everything, but I just like, if you just like, let's just go and film some good times in a haunted place, like in some creepy place, cool. But it's just the whole seeking for ghosts bit that I'm like, how do you even go about that?
we'll make it up as we go along. As long as we have like a you know, we have fun. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
I was
well, you
speaking
say
to,
that, but I know you in reality, and like when you get a project on, bruv, having fun is not the main thing for you.
This will be.
If we're going to hunt ghosts, I'm like, this guy needs to find a ghost or he's going to be upset. So, but how do you do that?
I was speaking to one of the authors that used to write for my creepypastas, Thousand Thorn on Reddit. And I was telling him earlier, he was like, "Oh, you don't do creepypastas anymore." I'm like, "They stress me the hell out." Like, genuinely trying to sync up everything and have like the right tone of voice and have the right music in the background, blah blah blah. It was stressing me out too much, and I sort of fell out with it, and then started hating doing them because I was forced to do them. If that makes any sense.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
bro. I get what you're
So
saying.
I stopped doing them, you know. And it's the same with this. If it turns out that it's like really difficult and I'm starting to get stressed and peed off with it, I'll just, you know, put a bookmark in it. Come back to it another time when I'm
When you're refreshed, isn't it?
Yeah. So I don't think I'll go back to creepypastas again, but I'm liking the short scary stories that we do.
What's the
I'm
difference
loving
between a
the podcast.
creepypasta and a short scary story? Sorry, because like I thought that's what they were. Cause after hearing some of yours, I'm like, I could do this. I got that voice. I got that saucy voice. But
I agree.
I don't. I what's the difference? Like, I was just probably just gonna narrate
realistically,
over some anime.
that to me there isn't a difference. It's just that your short scary stories has to be limited to 500 words or less. A creepypasta can be X amount long. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So generally on Reddit, you have your short scary stories which are less than 500. So it's r/short scary stories, and then you've got your r/creepypasta, and the creepypastas can go into short scary stories, and short scary stories can go into creepypastas, but
Okay, it's just
not
getting
all.
complex now. I get enough of it to know.
Yeah.
Like,
500 words or less is a
Yeah.
short scary story. That's it.
That's nice. That
Yeah.
sounds like more up my street, short and sweet.
Yeah,
Go
so
on.
I'll get you in on one. You see how you do. Like
Yeah.
if you want to read one, I'll pop you in. But where are you going to release it? Is it on your podcast channel called Sharon Gang?
No, I just do stuff, don't I? Me, I just want to do one.
Just do stuff.
Like,
I
I just
just-
do stuff. I'm just
I
the
just plugged
guy
him.
that goes
just plugged him.
places and does stuff. I don't plan it. Like earlier today, like before I started prepping for this, I was just pretending that I'm a rapper, like in my little bedroom setup. It's not gonna go anywhere. Might just read some stories and save them on my computer. Legacy, bro, legacy.
There you go.
No, I just gave you such a good plug as well. But
Did you?
never mind. Yeah, I said
I
on
don't.
the
I don't-
Sharon Gang.
I'm all about that organic growth. I want people to go, oh, that guy sounds cool. Let me find out a little bit more about him, and then they find TGWD, which you'll link in this, and then from that they'll go to the other things I might be involved in, rather than just straight to that. You get me?
Word of mouth is organic growth. Let's be fair. Nobody'd sell anything otherwise.
Yeah. I think that's a
You
problem.
wouldn't have
I'm not
M&S.
trying to sell anything. I just like editing videos and posting them on the internet. I'm like that guy from Misfits. I just like stitching the videos together.
we'll move on.
Yeah.
Have you ever used a Ouija board? And what happened? Well, I don't think any of us have we?
No,
Nah.
I never will.
Never
Moving
been
on.
around that sort of stuff.
Oh God. Have you ever had an unexplainable experience with the supernatural? Yes.
Yeah, we've spoke about it already, haven't we?
Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah. I'm
Wait,
gonna go
Ryan,
with no.
you've never,
I'm
have you?
still gonna go with no. Like I'm trying to find answers to stuff that I can't explain. I don't think this is the answer just yet, so I'm still gonna go with no. But you never know.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a hunch about the way you will die?
I had a firm belief on how I was gonna. Oh, what do you mean, like how, as in the actual thing that's going to kill me, or
Yeah. The way that you'll die.
just
The
age,
way.
mate? Diabetes. Yeah.
Yeah, I could go with that.
Nothing glamorous. Not. No. I've moved out of the city. What about you?
Some random disease or yeah.
I've never had a hunch about the way that I'll die. I've always been scared of death, and I've always feared that I'll die young.
Interesting.
So I've probably got another 2 years before that comes to pass. But now I'm terrified of death. I'm absolutely terrified. It wasn't like a long period of time. It's just that I had a thought, and it was like one of those sort of, where you latch onto a thought, and then that's it. Hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
And you start getting paranoid about stuff. Yeah. But I still am. Like, I'd hate to. I don't like the thought of death and just not existing anymore. Like, I like living. I suppose everyone's the same, and I know that a lot of people get to a point in life where they're like, I'm ready to die. I don't think I'll ever get to that point. I think I'll be terrified.
I think that's such a. I mean, it's the normal sort of. The majority of people fear death, but I don't think that's healthy at all. Personally,
No.
It's not healthy, but I think there's always some part of fear to it because it's the unknown. No one knows.
It's not
what
really
comes.
unknown, though, isn't it? Like the unknown will be like something that you haven't or couldn't have experienced, an experience you can't explain. Like enough about it.
Yeah, we know it, but
Yeah.
What actually comes after death? Is it just a nothingness? Is it God?
Well, the theory. I mean, like the theory, like the mainstream theory, I suppose, would be nothingness, right?
Yeah, it's
the baseline. And
yeah, pretty
that
much it
doesn't
just ceased to
really
exist.
seem like anything to be scared of. Like, in a lot of other sort of depicted sort of end game scenarios, after game scenarios, whatever. There's a bad place, there's a good place, there's eternal suffering, there's eternal pleasure, there's these conditions and that and blah blah blah. Look, give me the nothing. I just avoid all that politics, right? I just give me the
disagree on
nothing.
that one. I'd go for eternal torture over nothing. That's the way my brain is at the minute. I'm like, as much as I'm like agnostic, I still think, I'd rather there be something, whether it's good or bad, than just ceasing to exist. Because the other thing as well is like everybody wants a legacy. Everybody has sort of, they have a legacy to somebody else. So like you're that guy,
Who was he?
Yeah.
Basically,
So it's like at a certain point, your legacy will then disappear. There's in 1,000 years they're not
Your
going to know who
being.
Zac Efron is.
Well, it's I suppose that this comes down to your definition of legacy. I mean, if you've got stuff out there, I mean, look how we've got evidence of stuff that happened thousands of years ago, allegedly. Why wouldn't there be evidence of stuff that happened 1,000 years from now? You got to do, if it's about legacy, you got to do your best to sort of make sure there's some sort of stamp of you that can be, potentially found or understood in 1,000 years. That,
but
I
nobody
found
knows
is
the
quite
slaves in
different
Egypt,
from
do they?
deaths and stuff.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, they know there were slaves in Egypt, though. Look
Yeah,
at all the
there
other
were
stuff.
slaves.
Look at the endless
But
amount
no
of
one,
knowledge
no
that
one knows
nobody
who the slaves are, though.
knows.
Yeah, no one can name them, but we can name the pharaohs that had the slaves.
That's just different legacies, though,
thing.
bro. And look at all the people that don't even have. Look at the slaves. Look at the vast majority of existence that's happened hasn't had even a label as a slave. It hasn't had even that legacy. It's had absolutely nothing. If it's about legacy and about a mark, or I mean, that's your that's why I said it's about your definition of legacy, really. Because mine would be like, your stamp in time rather than your passing in time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get that. I just think, for me, I'm just,
shooting the shit, man.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I don't really need to worry about because who knows? But
You got a
it's
kid,
just
bro.
one
That's your
thing
legacy.
Yeah,
And
there is no
you
better
got
legacy
this.
than if they're a human being. There is no better legacy than that, is there? Really? Come on,
Thanks,
honestly,
bro.
there isn't.
Yeah, no.
Genuinely
Passing on your genes, that's me done.
That's
genetically.
another living thing that can carry on doing whatever needs to be carried on. Everything else is just stamped in time almost and remembered, whereas that moves on. But that's deep, man. That's maybe something for another podcast, because I got a whole afterlife. So I say, you say what's agnostic would be something there, but you haven't attached to anything. Any theory of what is there.
You kind of hope to believe something is there. It
I
doesn't mean that it's anything
belief.
like a deity.
Yeah, you see, I have a belief, but it's just something that I've come to my own conclusion of and decided for me this is what the end game is. So would I still be classed as agnostic? And the whole part of dying and death and that sort of stuff, that I have my own theory and all of that stuff as well that I've settled on. So that's probably why I got quite proby, should I say, just now on this one, because I have my beliefs on that in it, and it's very hard, just like any other belief system on the stuff that you don't understand.
Yeah,
you get quite sharp on it, don't you, whenever the opportunity to. So I apologize, but
no need to apologize to me.
Yeah,
no, because he weren't going at you.
It's because he didn't dare open his mouth.
It's like him running up and like hitting me in the back of the head with a baseball bat, and you go to him and it's like, it's all right, I forgive you.
Like, it was never go. It's just different. Yeah, it's just different. Exactly. Like, you're not quite sure. Yeah. Maybe I'm hoping that like my little bit, I'm a little bit more sure than you are. It's not to say I'm right at all, but I'm a little bit more sure than you are. Maybe I'm just trying to give you that little bit of assurance. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where sort of faith comes into it, though. You have faith in your belief.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas only you can have your faith.
We should discuss it one time in a podcast, because I mean, obviously, you know me, bro. I bring in science and the rest of all that as well. It's not just some I read it in a book stuff. No offense to anybody out there.
To be fair, that's a good one for in 2 weeks. I think we should do like theories because I've got one anyway.
We all have one.
I-
Everybody that's ever pondered it must have one that they, even if they don't realize, they believe it.
Yeah, or if they one that's more convincing than the others to
Yeah,
them.
yeah, that's probably a
That's
better way
my
of putting
thing.
it.
I've got
Yeah.
one that I like and one that's a bit more convincing. But anyway, there's a few on here, but I honestly don't think that there's any. Have you ever seen a fresh corpse?
Nope.
No.
I've seen somebody become a corpse from a distance. It's London living, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Moving
Yeah.
on.
It was a road accident. So.
All right.
yeah.
fair
I
enough.
thought you were going to
Well,
say
that
you shot
counts.
someone.
No. Oh, please. No.
from my scope.
Yeah. No. I'm about it, but not that about it. Don't worry.
Which Stephen King novel unsettled you the most? Now, there's only two that I know of, and I've forgotten the name of one.
I've not read them.
I have not read
Moving
one.
on. Which unsolved murder fascinates you the most? I think me and Ryan are probably going to have the same answer for this.
You'll have to probably remind me what unsolved murder.
The
The
Ryan
guy
would
that
probably
went
agree.
through a blooming
Oh my
roof
god, yeah.
from the helicopter.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree with you on that one.
Fair enough.
Yeah. That's another topic for something in the future. I always find it amazing how people are so fascinated by murders and stuff. Because I completely forgot I even knew that. I was going to say I don't really know any unsolved. Oh yeah, I do know that. Yeah.
I forgot until he said that.
In your opinion, what is the most brutal way to die?
It'll just be the slowest, wouldn't it? Really. I mean, what's your definition of brutal?
Right, so the most brutal way that I think that somebody can die is not my murder tactic. It would be, you know, where they used to put rats in a bucket, strap it round your stomach, and then heat up the metal bucket so that the rats try and claw and bite. Yeah, try and bite the way through you.
That
Or
quite sounds
something
savage.
being-
Yeah, that'd be quite. Is it just about how painful it is?
No, they literally eat their way through you. So
Yeah,
they heat the end of the bucket, and then
so
the
they try to
rats,
Yeah. So
the rats will eat their way out.
The bucket burns you, and then the rats basically just eat through your stomach.
Munch you through.
Yeah,
So
To try and get away from the burning bucket.
The sort of level of pain would be brutal.
Yeah, and the fact that you're strapped down and
I'd
you've got
say
things that are eating
anything
you.
that's slow, anything that's going to cause you to be very audible, and then also in front of your loved ones, just to top it off, to be brutal. Yeah, and they obviously just can only spectate.
Oh, I remembered the blooming Stephen King one, and this was a brutal way to die. It was a brutal way to die. It's just come to me. So, The Green Mile.
Oh yeah.
Electric chair.
I didn't.
Yeah. So, did you watch The Green Mile?
Yeah.
Ryan.
I've seen it. That's the guy with he puts his hands on his nuts and then starts breathing out all this black smoke or whatever.
Yeah. So he cures his cystitis, then cures his what's it, the boss of the prison, I've forgotten the name now, cures his wife's cancer, and then he gets sent down the Green Mile, which is like the dead man walking, straight to be executed. And the dickhead
dry sponge,
it was dry sponge. So he was electrocuted, but it didn't go straight through. It burnt him first.
Yeah.
And it fried him to death rather than just being an electrical, boom, dead. So he suffered through that, and that was a brutal way to die.
Yeah, definitely. Especially because you're strained as well. Like, there's not even that probably non-existent ease of being able to move and try to, flailing whilst you're suffering from pain sort of takes ever so slight essence of that pain away. Being restrained is anxiety causing as well as painful as well. Yeah.
And they couldn't touch him either. They couldn't wet the sponge.
Nope.
So they had to carry on until he died, and that was like awful way. They said that. Yeah, he cooked, didn't he?
Basically cooked. Yeah, cooked and died that way, just burnt to death. But no, I think mine has got to be eyelids cut off. Wait for it. With a mirror, like the whole room being a mirror. Given drugs so you can't pass out, anything like that. Then being flayed and having to watch it.
That sounds like a kink.
Yeah.
I'm sure I know people that pay for that. Like,
Is this why you've got 4 kids, Steve?
Yeah, I was
Maybe.
like, oh,
Maybe.
he's one of those dark guys. Yeah. Jeez. Wow. Yeah. What's quite funny is like when you said the room surrounded by mirrors, all I've got in my head is that flipping Bruce Lee movie, the end of Enter the Dragon at the end, where he's fighting that guy in the room full of mirrors. And obviously he's got lashes and stuff all over him as well. So I've just got Bruce Lee in my head getting lashed in a room of mirrors now with like some bondage guy or something. Thanks to you, Steve. Thank you very much for that image.
When I say
I
flayed,
genuinely
I mean being like skinned alive.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I thought you meant like the sort of the multi-whip things. Yeah,
No, being skinned alive, but having the eyelids taken off first, so you've physically got to watch it.
Yeah, okay. I got a different image in my head now. That is a bit more horrifying. Yeah.
Yeah, I
find the
genuinely
comedy.
thought when you said a room full of mirrors, I thought there was going to be some sort of super powerful light going, so that it'd like burn your eyes because you can't close them.
Yeah,
but
no.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like a magnifying glass burning straight through your eyelid. Well,
Exactly, just
Ooh.
having that light just bouncing off at every single mirror, it'd cook you as well.
yeah.
Like the heat energy from it.
being extremely slowly squashed by very, very hot walls.
Very hot walls.
Yeah, you know, like
What
so I don't
makes
know,
them
like
hot?
oven, like oven walls, like, but not hot enough that like it's just gonna like destroy your
Damn,
nerves.
well, you thick.
Imagine, I don't know, like, do you know a car crusher? Imagine a car crusher, but those plates have been like they're warmed up to not like it's just gonna burn, like melt you away straight away, but like it, you know what I mean? That sort of that the testing the water of the bath type reaction you get from it, that sort of temperature where you just touch it, want to come away straight away. Eventually, you're not going to be able to come away, and it's extremely slowly. So like, it's just going to happen over hours, days, if possible.
The way you said walls, I thought walls.
The
on
hot
screen.
walls.
No, I thought
No, I genuinely thought
it's just puddles of ice cream.
yeah.
No, I thought because he said hot walls, and I genuinely thought he was attracted to buildings, like very hot walls.
For God's sake, man.
That's why I said,
God.
"Damn, wall, you thick."
I don't even have like a southern accent anymore. Like, what's going on?
No.
Yeah, just the way you said
But no-
walls.
Yeah, walls.
Sorry.
Cool walls. No,
Hot walls.
I can't remember what it's called now. Is it called splunking? You know where
That
where
sounds
people.
like some sort of kink as well. What is going on tonight?
I knew you were going to. No, it's where I think it's called that. I think it's where you go cave exploring, but in like
spelunking.
really tight crevices. Yeah, spelunking. Yeah, and basically it's claustrophobia like nightmare. You crawl through the tiniest spaces, inside like cave systems and things, and try to get to the other end.
Yep.
And yeah, that to me would be a horrible way to die, is just getting stuck in one of those cave systems. Or like if you got stuck and then a load of rats wanted to get past you.
What's with you and rats?
I listened to a creepypasta like the other week, and it was about that, and it literally kept me awake because I was just it just, you know, like nails on a chalkboard. That whole aspect of getting stuck somewhere. Like, I'm not claustrophobic, like I can sit in a cupboard and whatnot and be tied up, but you know, if I ever got stuck in something,
Yeah.
that's it, all bets are off.
What was that film about? That bloke that got his leg trapped under the rock like that.
Was it
You mean
99
the
hours
20,
or something?
27 hours or something?
27 hours, sorry. 99
How
hours.
close?
9 hours, but the bitch ain't one.
I'm just making up numbers, bro. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, where he cut his... No, I don't mean like stuck like that. That's like, you know, your body's still... You're able to move. I mean like genuinely suffocatingly stuck. And just being trapped. So spelunking. Where you crawl through a tight space, but then you get stuck.
No,
Like
no.
That's
stupid
it.
cats.
Yeah, and if you do it on your own, like it might be months before someone else comes and
Who
finds your
goes
body.
splunking by themselves? That sounds boring. It's always fun with more people.
I spelunk on my own very often, right? But no, that whole aspect of it, just getting stuck and like that would be a horrible way to die. I know I've changed the question a little bit, but oh no, I haven't. It's the most brutal way to die. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
There you go.
I wouldn't really say it's brutal.
What, getting stuck and then that's it? You just die.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I'd say
so-
in terms
some-
in terms of a death, I wouldn't say that's brutal at all. That's quite
Mm.
tame.
No, I'd say it is. Because
It's not pleasant. But I wouldn't say it's brutal.
No,
I think it-
sometimes it's things in your mind which are worse than actual
Yeah.
physical pain. Like mental pain can be a lot worse.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
because if you
okay.
think about it, you're down there, you're in this place with no light, you've got your torch on, you're stuck, and then all of a sudden your torch starts flickering. You don't know whether anyone's going to come and get you. You don't know how they're going to get you out because you're talking about a like million-year-old cave system. It's not like they can move a few rocks above you.
Mate,
It's
I
like
got
they
scared like that
literally-
playing No Man's Sky before.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
in real life, I'd probably lose my mind. But I wouldn't have, in my own sort of way of doing it, mental or emotional stress wouldn't count towards brutal. It's not that it'd be pleasant. Obviously, it's still a nasty way to die. But I'm thinking of like, just
Physical force
sword
against
Yeah.
type deaths. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to count it because it's
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah, you can do that,
But
bro. I'm just a
I
guest, so obviously it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what I say, right?
keep your mouth
And I-
shut. This is
and
my
I'm that guy.
podcast. That guy, Steve.
You could be the other guy. How about that?
Oh, you could be that guy with Steve, Ryan.
No, I'm just that guy. It doesn't flow. I'm even dropping the with dreads. It's just that guy.
That guy with Steve.
Or Steve, as I did earlier.
Yeah, Steve.
Steve.
Ryan wasn't there for that one.
I
No,
don't think I was.
no.
He
he wasn't.
misspelt his name. So it was Steve Chapman. Don't worry, I'll blank your name out.
No, you won't.
No, I won't. Okay, we'll do the last one. So it's quite a tame one, this one. So in the zombie apocalypse, what would be your weapon of choice?
I want to say sword,
Katana.
but that's because I've got a few that so easy.
You want something which
Steve?
is same thing, something reliable. So something like a sword. I'd personally go for a katana or like a broadsword.
Nah, I'd just go for remember those like Chinese, they used to call them like the zombie swords. The ones that got like all the blades being ordered from overseas banned because they were just being branded as like zombie apocalypse swords in a bright green. I've got like a bright neon green sword.
I remember,
yeah.
Yeah.
I go for be something flashy like that. Something with LEDs again. Yeah. And Bluetooth
Yeah.
that would constantly broadcast the message like every time you're there.
Yeah. I'll just go different because swords can't be the only answer. What can I think of? Do you know what? A BMW 130iM Sport.
That's not a
No,
weapon.
yeah, Steve,
Go
my
on, man,
car
if
is a
it-
weapon. It's a
It-
weapon.
It's something like that. If you want to change it up, I'd go a mace. That'd be better. I'd go for a mace.
I was gonna say something that could do some bludgeoning.
I think
pretty cool.
bludgeoning would be useful, especially after a point where the skin and internals have started to rot. A sword would just be kind of boring in that state because it just sliced through like they were nothing.
Yeah, those guys in The Walking Dead, they looked bored after a few seasons, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
Well, they were just using guns, you know.
Saying that, I would want to become very effective with some sort of projectile thing, not necessarily a gun. Preferably
ninja
like
style.
shuriken. Yeah, but I mean that's going to be
Yeah.
harder to come by, I feel, than guns. So probably just a
Well,
gun.
no, because you couldn't make them.
No, if you can make that, come on, bro. Like making effective ones that are gonna be balanced and everything. Nah, not in an apocalypse.
They don't have to be balanced. You could just make them.
You can make them. They're not going to
And just start throwing them in a
drift
field.
off, innit? You'd have to perfect your aim. Like,
Yeah.
each one's going to be different as well, so you wouldn't even be able to practice and perfect your aim with off key shuriken. Nah, man. Let's go for a pistol.
I think I'd craft my own pike.
Oh, then blow darts. Oh, a pike is in like a spear type thing.
Yeah,
That'd be handy. Yeah.
I think that'd be better overall if I could like just duct tape or gorilla glue.
Well,
like
not bow
some
and arrow.
big...
Like, you could even make one.
You could, but how many people do you know that would be able to make one that would work before they get eaten?
If you could make one, a decent enough one, and get effective with it, and make your own arrows and stuff,
but you've got
be
to
a bit of
effective
investment.
at it. That's the thing. You've got.
That's the thing, yeah.
But I mean, if you've got your sword, and I would over time, I'd get my sword, and then I'd also pick up the bow and arrow just on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you definitely have something like that as a secondary weapon, but you need something close quarters, something which you can either bludgeon them with or sharpen tech red off, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't get people that main as archers in games. I'm like, why?
I've done that a couple of times though.
I tried playing as the archer type things and the projectiles in Monster Hunter. No, that's not fun.
Oh no, Monster Hunter is rubbish, but
Skyrim were good.
Archer.
Yeah. But the thing is, I mastered magic in order to conjure a bow, and then got my bow up.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it was. Because there was a glitch, weren't there? You could jump in the fire at a certain point and bounce off the roof, and it'd like level you up on magic every time. So you could get to, I think it was like 100 magic, and then you could just summon bows and whatever, and then just get your bowing up. But yeah, we went off topic there, so I think we'll end it because Steve needs to go.
Oh, okay.
All right, so thank you for listening to the latest in the Sleepy Talk question and answer.
It's the first one as well, wasn't
it? Yeah, but it's a podcast, all right? It's not that we ran out of ideas. It's not that we can't do what we wanted to do this week at all, so we decided to...
What did you want to do? Or you saving that for later?
I was saving that for later. I'll discuss with you at a later time.
It's good to know that you're going to discuss it with me. Like, up until the date that you had the actual podcast planned, I wasn't even aware of what we was going to be doing.
Yeah, but I couldn't do it this week anyway. So.
Oh, right. Okay. Never mind.
So, yeah, that's the, it's not bitter at all, are you? One, right?
Yeah, mate, it's every other Sunday, isn't it? So as long as I just turn up, I'm just that guy. I just turn up and do the thing.
It's that guy with Steve.
You're the guy with Steve. I'm the guy with the big Darths. I've got my Sith Lord hoodie on
there. Yeah. So yeah, check out Dread's Mango in the description.
I have other flavors as well,
Dread's Mango. Great. And I hope you've enjoyed this one. Steve's not saying bye to you because I'm not going to allow him to. So there we go. Thank you and take care.
Bye.
Bye.